Hello, lovelies. It's G here from Golden Thread Tarot, and I'm here to bring you another channeled message. I hope this message has found you blessed and full of abundance, as always, my sweets, okay? So I have some notes that we're going to get into, okay? And then we'll start pulling cards. So what I was hearing, okay, was there was a strong message about a family tree, about a DNA inheritance is what I was hearing. Like it's in your blood. So I was hearing the scene. I was hearing lines from the scene of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, where Harry is talking to Ron and Hermione, and they're talking about him being on the Quidditch team, and they're talking about him being a seeker, and Hermione's like, and he's like, I feel like I'll make a fool of myself. And she's like, you're not gonna make a fool of yourself. And she like takes him outside and shows them the trophy that has where it shows his dad. You know, he's like, oh, you didn't. You know, Ron's like, you didn't tell me your dad was a seeker too. And he's like, you know, he was just like, oh, I didn't know. But yeah, so I was hearing that sign where it's like, you won't make a fool of yourself. It's in your blood, which is what I was hearing, that DNA inheritance. Okay, your ancestors are saying this is your calling. This is your spiritual inheritance. Stand firmly in your belief that you will succeed. I heard it is foretold. So I was hearing your ancestors say it is foretold. And then I heard this kind of almost what sounded like an almost documentary intro. Kind of, it sounded like somebody doing an intro for a documentary. And it was like, it said, at the beginning of time, there were 2, and then there were 4, and then there were 8. And in my mind's eye, I saw like a cell dividing. I see a star, and then I was like, I see a star splitting and with multiple beams of light coming out of like the center of like a really bright star energy. And I heard big soul family vibes. So I definitely feel like, and and what's the scene? It's the scene from Bleach. The anime Bleach, where they're finally like they're in like, they've gone to, oh, what is her name? Where she does the fireworks, and they're trying to find a way into like the Soul City. They're trying to find a way in, and she like, and her and her brother, they do the ceremony that like puts them in the ball of energy and like shoots them, and they like hit the barrier, and then it like pew, like divides them out. So I was seeing that, so that's where I was getting like soul family vibes. So I'm getting like this big energy of you like coming together with soul family members, honestly. And yeah. So it's in your blood is what I was hearing. So Spirit was saying like, you don't have to, you feel different. You feel different from your family. You feel different from people around you. And Spirit is saying it's in your blood. Like it naturally comes to you to be different, to not feel of this place, or to feel, yeah, this is kind of getting, it's feeling very like star seedy energy here. So if you are feeling like, you know, like kind of like earth angel energy, or if you're feeling star seed energy, if you resonate with that, this definitely is going to be a reading for you. Yeah. So you feel like this energy of wanting to kind of balance the things around you. You might even find yourself getting into a lot of that when you come into people's lives, or that people come into your lives when they need their energy to be balanced, or when they have things in their life that they really need to pay attention to. You're like a mirror that bounces things back to people. You're also getting into this energy now where you're wanting to rebel against the way things were in the past, because it did not make you feel very loved. It did not make you feel very appreciated. It did not make you feel very, you know, welcomed, you know, and you're kind of wanting to be in this energy now where you're standing up for yourself, where you're balancing the scales of justice, right? Righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. So you're like, you feel different from other people around you because you feel like you want something different, or you feel like you have like a calling, like a higher calling. Some of you really could have been dealing, because I know that we've been a lot, especially over the past year on the channel, we've been talking about a lot about tower moments happening, and you separating from old friend groups or old family groups or lovers, even marriages and things like that, to realign yourself with the people that more vibrate on your newfound like higher vibration. And that's what this is kind of giving, where you're kind of you're wanting to find those people who kind of feel the same, that feel like home. You really even could be really, yeah, you could really be calling in other souls around you that have dealt with a lot of similar, I don't want to say similar trauma, but like similar things, but it feels like healthy connection. It doesn't feel like people that you're trying to trauma bond with. So just be careful of that. That in the past, it does feel like that. In the past, it feels like you've kind of been in the self-saboteur, the sabotaging behavior, or you've collected a lot of people around you. You might feel like a broken soul collector, or like a wounded animal collector, right? Where, sorry, not to call the people in your life like wounded animals, but it's just, it's just a saying. It's just a turn of phrase, right? So but it's that kind of energy where you feel like you have a lot of people that you connected to on that very wounded child. We dealt with a lot of the same trauma in our childhood. We grew up with like similar abuse or similar issues or similar backgrounds in the kind of like shadow energy. It's like you really getting into this energy now where you're rebelling against having these people in your lives that you feel like maybe you need to save, right? So spirit is saying that you're realigning with different forces. You're realigning with less, yeah, with less of this. Like I said, I knew this nurture card was going to be here too. Yeah. So like I said, right? Like I said, wounded animal, or like this wounded, that's why I said wounded vibe, because I was actually seeing this card in my mind's eye. But um it's kind of like it's unaligning with people who feel like they need you, or they need your energy, or they need to connect to you, or they, yeah, you might have really been coming out of like this hermit energy, but like I said, look at this hermit card, look how that person is like outgrowing their surroundings. That's what you felt like. You felt like you were outgrew your surroundings. You always felt like you didn't belong anyway. You always felt a little bit different, and now you're kind of really, you're really wanting to stand up, maybe with like this cape here on. Maybe some of you even feel like you need to move to a different place. You need to get away from this energy, right? Because it's like like that saying, like you can't heal in the same space that you were hurt in, right? So for some of you that actually for a lot of you, that's going to be like the same mental space. Like you can't keep thinking and keep handling things the same way that you used to. You have to really challenge those old paradigms in your mind and those old thought processes that kept you thinking that the karmic things and the karmic or the toxic ways that you were handling things in the past was normal or was good or was healthy. Just because it was the way you were taught to handle situations doesn't mean it needs to be the way that you continue to handle them into the future, right? You can learn that it's better to change it up or to do something different now. I definitely feel like you were getting into the seeking energy here, where you were going out there and feeling like it's time for me to go out there and find what I really need in this world, right? It's time for me to go out there and find my place, because I feel almost like this abandoned energy, right? Like you feel alone. So for some of you, you are being very guided to a new place on your spiritual journey here, so that you can, you are feeling this loneliness here. I'm also hearing a card that's in, I think it's either in the Work Your Light deck or it's in the Starseed Oracle deck, by Rebecca Campbell, and it's the Earthened card. It's not, it doesn't say trapped in a world, but it's like here in a world but not of it. So you feel different, you feel out of place, and you feel almost like orphan. Some of you might even resonate with being Lyran starseeds, which is you might feel like you have no home or you have no place, because their ancient homeworld was destroyed, right? So a lot of Lyran starseeds talk about feeling that kind of otherness, or feeling very lonely, or feeling like I don't have a home, or I don't belong anywhere, right? Yeah. So I definitely feel like some of you definitely here feel like you're channelers, or you feel like you're this mediator between higher dimensional beings, or like contacts, or you might even do tarot, you might channel, you might do palmistry, or you might even like do like crystal readings, or all different types of divination work, spiritual work in general. Maybe some of you even have more traditional jobs that feel like more like a mediator, like maybe even like a priest or a pastor, something like that. Some of you more like new age spirituality, or kind of like guru energy, or something along those lines. You feel like you're ready to be this like connecting energy. That you feel this drive to go out there and reconnect to this kind of like higher vibrational with this inner this right here. I'm getting that for a lot of you, if you do resonate with being star seeds, that you resonate with being a star seed that comes from a higher dimension, maybe even the fourth or fifth, maybe in the sixth or the ninth dimension, something like that is what I was hearing. I'm not incredibly knowledgeable about those things, so let it resonate if it does for you. That's just a confirmation if you already have been researching it, or you've already kind of felt that kind of, you know, like niggling feeling, or that kind of tingling, like, yes, that feels right energy. Yeah. You might even feel drawn to kind of be in this angelic energy where it's like helping those in need with no expectation of return. Yeah. So it's this kind of wanting to feel home, to feel guided and protected. Maybe even wanting to protect those who can't protect themselves. I'm hearing that for some of you, you felt really drawn to becoming like a real estate agent or something like that, because you have this feeling of wanting to find your home, and that manifests inside of you in wanting to find homes for other people. You maybe could even be like people that like relocate, or you might volunteer, you might work with displaced families or refugees, something like that. You could volunteer with that kind of with companies, or uh, people who handle people who feel like they don't have a home. I'm hearing displaced energy, so like displaced peoples. You could even be like a native people's like sorry, uh like a lawyer, or maybe I'm hearing like a injury lawyer. Like if people get like their home, yes, look, and look what comes out, the justice. Okay, you might even be being called to like get into the justice system or to do that. Okay, this is part of your, this is a part of your starseed mission, or your light work here that you're should be doing here. So that's why if you feel suddenly called to like change your career or do that, you're being called to do that because you have a deeper mission here. Wow, with this Messiah energy, definitely. Look how this person is like putting out their hands, like they're leading and guiding people to like a safer or higher place. Maybe even like I said earlier, for some of you, this is going to come out really practically. This is going to come out very like matter of fact, like you literally are finding people new homes, and that kind of energy. For some of you, this is going to be more spiritual based work, where you are trying to maybe even like holistic medicine, or trying to help people feel at home inside their body after they have you might work with people with like some kind of physical therapist that works with like amputees, people that, you know, lose parts of their body, or that people that might um, you know, have a stroke, or yeah, or they might be like in a car wreck and they have to have some kind of like months of physical therapy to like put themselves back into their body, is what I'm feeling. Yeah, so there's a lot of different ways that this could be coming out here, that this could be happening here. But yeah, but there's this night energy here where it's kind of almost like rescuing or helping other people, being this mediator. That's why there's this connecting energy here with you, with this connecting to higher energy. It's like people get sent to you when they really, you know, they need that kind of touching, healing frequency, you know? Yeah, priest. So definitely, like I said, some of you could definitely like straight up be like a priest energy. Facilitate spiritual commitments. Serves as a channel of spiritual energy. Yeah, definitely. Like I said, with that channel, that spiritual channel to higher. Like whether you do work in something like your career or your job is something like spiritual, or you just like you're in that realm, or if you just like have that spiritual side of you, but you're doing right, you're doing God's work in the sense of, or doing that universal love healing. It's giving me very Palladian energy as well. Yeah, and for a lot of you, yeah, for some of you could even be working with like being like counselors or working with people that have addictions, okay? Of all different types, codependencies, addictions, whether or not it be physical, drug addictions, or even like money, gambling, addictions to being in really unhealthy codependent cycles inside their own, like their own mind, their own psyche, like keeping themselves stuck in trauma. You could be, some kind of, I'm hearing like psychoanalyst of some type as well. Also, something here about teaching, uh, helping to heal people that are addicted to like mentality, or addicted to, um, sorry, um, lack mentality is what I was trying to say. Or people who have, like I said, like gambling addictions, or people who are just addicted to the psychology of like being in that hustler mindset, or being that like it's everything about making money, gotta make money, gotta make money, gotta have it kind of energy. There's something here about helping people to break those kind of cycles too, where it's like, no, you actually don't have to work harder and work longer, because there's so many people that have kind of gotten into that mode where it's like, actually, you know, yeah, I actually really don't have to work harder. It's like so many people are, now, are like, they get on their spiritual path, they get into what they're supposed to be doing, and they're like, I work less, less hours, less stress, and I make more money than I ever have. But when before I was working 2 or 3 jobs, grinding to barely make it past. But yeah, it's like there's something different now. Like I'm on a different wavelength. I'm on a different thing. There's something definitely about like, this is your inheritance, right? This is your spiritual inheritance. This is what you are supposed to be doing in this world, finding your spiritual purpose here. Yeah. Yeah. So definitely, spirit is definitely saying that you are the engineer, you are the creator, you are the manifester, you are the person laying out the designs, you are the person. I really feel like that's where you are now. You're in this kind of rebel, like you're realizing that you were doing a lot of self-sabotaging by your companions and the people that you kept around you, as well as your own beliefs and your own limiting beliefs, right? And then you were able to kind of get, and that's kind of where you are now. You could even be dealing with some anger issues, getting to therapy yourself, going into this kind of like rebel avenger energy, where you're kind of healing this energy about you, and realizing that you're conquering this fear of being alone, or feeling like you can't survive in this world, and you're learning how to really, um, to give into the more creative energy here. Yeah. Talent for designing solutions to common dilemmas. Yeah, so it's like you're taking these everyday problems that a lot of people suffer with, and you're being this channel to the other side, to like very positive love and light energy, just helping people in general. And a lot of you, it's like through your words, the way that you speak to people, even symbolically, you know just being in your presence really like lightens people's energy. Yeah, definitely with that Empress energy there, for sure. So I really don't want to pull more energy on the past. I really just want to concentrate either on the now, and on where you're going to be headed and where you're going to be going. So tell me more about what's happening now. Hoping to clarify some things now. Definitely what's happening what's happening now is that you are getting into relationships, like I said before, like in the very beginning, into these spiritual soulmate relationships right here. Doorways are opening up. You're creating these opportunities for this new energy in your life, settling into the truth of who you really are, of what your life is supposed to be, okay? And you are getting into these new, like I said, these new soulmate energies, this big like this family, soul family energy here. You got options coming in here, right? Maybe even so many options that you're kind of like, what should I do? Where should I go? Which direction should I take? A lot of doorway and pathways are going to be opening up here because you're in this feminine empress energy of engineering and opening up, right? Opening up the possibilities for yourself and really drawing in a lot of this energy, like sitting on your throne, sitting in your power, cutting this energy out from the past and kind of planting those seeds, being patient, allowing things to come to you, allowing things to naturally unfold in divine time, and really learning that, I'm not orphaned, I'm not abandoned, I'm not alone in this world. And I really feel like that's the lessons that you're going to be learning here. Again, there's the Magician card. You are manifesting these the lover soulmate relationships into your life. And this is going to be so many blessings. Yeah. So don't be scared. Don't reject this blessing. Don't turn away from it when the cup is offered to you. Take it and, have gratitude and because for some of you, like I said, you're going to be like, oh, what am I doing? Should I do this? Is this going to feel right? For some of you, this is going to be, because you're so used to how it's felt in the past, it's going to feel so foreign to feel like, wow, I just feel like I belong. Like, wow, I just feel like me and these people, me and my new boyfriend, me and my new girlfriend, whoever they are, like, wow, we just click. Wow, we don't argue. We don't fight, we don't argue, we just talk, we communicate, everything just works. Everything's just flowing, everything's just going, everything's just working out. And I really feel it in my heart chakra. For some of you, you're like waiting for the other shoe to drop. You're always like, but when are they gonna betray me? But when is that same old bullshit gonna come back around? Right? And spirit is just saying, like, it's not. Like, but you are the creator of your own reality, so be aware of that, right? Even saying that, even talking that, it's like blocking me back up. Whew. Yeah, this is gonna be a big area. Like, you're gonna be growing and expanding on so many levels. Yep, there it is. The heart. The heart. The star. These I'm sorry, excuse me. I've got so much coming in. There's so many downloads coming in. Like, every card that I touch, I'm just like, and you can really feel that way. You can feel overwhelmed. You can feel like, oh my God, so much is happening all at the same time. So many new connections and so many new people and so many new opportunities. Like, bam, 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 bam. Like, wow, that's crazy. These are all connections that are coming in because of this new energy that you are aligning yourself with, and with this new healed energy, this healing energy that you're putting out there. And like I said, it's like a beacon, it's like a star. See, there's the star going off with all these points of lights in all these different directions. And that's what you're going to feel like. You're going to feel like the star with all these little stars and everything all dancing all around you everywhere. I definitely feel like you are going to feel kind of like the center, like you are this Empress energy drawing in all this energy all around you. So be aware, you're going to draw in all different types of people. So use discernment on that, right? You're going to be drawing in a lot of these, connections of soul contracting. This is a soul contract here. People that are going to want to work with you, people that are going to want to align themselves with you, people that are going to want to get into your good graces, right? So be aware of that. And like I said before, with this attracting this kind of mediator energy, attracting a lot of people that need this, that have a lot of purpose, that don't just need things for you, don't just need you. You're going to be learning who, because before you had just attracted a lot of energy in that just needed from you and didn't have as much to give you. But now you're learning discernment and you're rebelling against those old ways, and you're learning how to attract those people in that you can do the equal exchange energy with. Like, I give you this, you give me that. It feels a lot more even. It feels a lot more healthy. It feels a lot more lighthearted. It feels a lot more fun. It feels a lot more deeply connected. And like I said, I feel like a lot of you, or even if some of you don't feel like it's like this kind of energy. It's like this drawing in energy here. It's like drawing all these stars together, star seeds I was talking about, right? Like, also, right? We're talking about the Seven of Pentacles energy here, star seeds, right? Look at those seeds that are, you know, the star plants that are literally growing, and they're growing, they're being patient, and now they're kind of all being drawn into this kind of this this kind of like siren's call, you know, to like for all of you to like draw up and gang up together, right? I feel like you're gonna, again, with this person that's like in the nude right here, you're gonna feel like these are people that you can really show your true self to, right? You can really be vulnerable with. It's gonna be other people that felt lost and abandoned like you, or other, like I said, other star seeds, other people like that. It's just giving me this energy of like creating a community. Yeah, King of Wands, and I feel like these people, wow, King and Queen of Wands, that's crazy. Wow. As well as the I almost said the Union card, the Hierophant card here, 100%. So there definitely is like this energy of being drawn into these like-minded people, these like energy people here. Yeah, it's giving me very like mentor, teachers, leaders of their community, powerful people. For some of them, these people are coming in because they want judgment, they want mentorship, they want that from you, you know. But I'm definitely feeling you attracting a lot more people who are a lot more in this energy, who are in this very attractive, protector, learning, guiding, going out there kind of energy. Yeah, these could be even people that do a lot of work with like helping people to break away from this karmic energy, doing that shadow work. These are other people who are doing that shadow work, right? Yeah, King of Pentacles here. And again, I heard that earlier. Was that in this reading or in a different reading? I think it was in the last reading that I did, where it was this King of Pentacles, where I heard that bankroll, and I heard that again. Like, you're also attracting investors, like people who want to invest in a product or invest in you, maybe even be like a boss, like a king energy, like a King of Pentacles can also be like a boss energy, like somebody who wants to give you a job or give you a position of power, a position of leadership. And it's definitely a lot of healing energy here, of letting go of a lot of sorrow from your past. So like I said, when you felt this kind of like other energy, and you felt so lonely, and you felt by yourself, and you felt misheard, and you felt misguided, and you felt you know, like you just didn't really resonate with a lot of people that were around you. Like the energy now that you're getting into is really attracting in like all these people that are very like-minded, very like energy. As you're healing yourself, you're attracting those people that are healing themselves too, that are getting into alignment with that. You know, you're aligning yourself with people that more align with who you are now, who you're growing into, right? And like I said, into the future, you are really connecting with this inheritance here, this inheritance of this healing energy here. You know, this kind of very guiding, healing energy with that Hermit card there. You know, this could even be like much further down into the future. You know. So Spirit said it's good to have like these big like lifetime goals, but also make sure that you are giving yourself just like little goals that you can reach, so that you feel like accomplished as well, so that you don't get so caught up in the 5-10 years kind of, you know, like in 5-10 years that's where I want to be. It's like, okay, well, where do you want to be next week? Where do you want to be in the next few months? Where do you want to be in the next year or two? You know, make sure that you're not neglecting that as well, and that you're not only concentrating on the big like life goals. You know, yeah. So there's that secret energy, right? Like that Page of Wands energy, getting out there. I think that's right. You're at that page of wands energy now where you'll be, you know, developing into that king and queen of wands energy here. It's giving me a lot of independence. Like it's like this really, especially with the star card, kind of Aquarian, new, kind of very independent kind of energy. Yeah. Yeah. The Fool card here. It's starting this brand new energy, you know, being this kind of the page energy. You're at the start of this beautiful journey, of this beautiful new, you know, beautiful new stage of your journey here, right? And like I said, with this new beginning here, and this finding this new place here, the Fool is also given, it is also tying into that kind of star seed, like a brand new beginning in a brand new place kind of energy that you could be really guided to really step into here. Okay. And like I said, here is your victory. Here is your you know, here lies like the rest of your life. Here lies like your goals, your divine life purpose, right? And the very big plans for your life, right? Long-term success and victory. Wow. Wow, that's beautiful, you guys. Yeah, and I just keep hearing that the past is the past. The past is the past. You know? Yeah. And you're walking away. Yeah, look at what just fell out. You're walking away from the past. You're walking away from that. Chariot. Some of you are literally moving on from that energy here, right? And for some of you, it definitely was, like I said earlier, it was this kind of moon energy, right? Walking away from this moon energy, walking away from this kind of back and forth, in and out. Sometimes I need you, sometimes I don't. And for some of you, this even was people that you saw yourself. This is giving me family vibes as well, right? It is definitely giving me family vibes. Wow. Yeah. There's brand new beginnings starting here for you with this Ace of Cups, for sure. You're being heavily guided and protected. Yeah, you were in this hangman energy for a long time because you needed to see, right? You needed to get into this. There's a card in here that's the pioneer energy, where it's like it's got like a light bulb that has like a heart inside of it. Yeah. And so I feel like here, I just saw the God card, I saw the companion card. So you definitely could really be, like I said, getting into your spiritual path, and you are definitely there's those guides energy, more hermit energy. You're definitely being guided. You definitely have guides that are your companions on your spiritual path, definitely, with this God energy here. Wow. Yeah. So you're definitely being guided away from this kind of hangman, being stuck, um, not really seeing the truth kind of energy, you know, but you're here, you've gotten the enlightenment, right? You've gotten this new idea. You're being really heavily guided here through this to walk away from these people, these places, these things, these thoughts, these mindsets, these habits that don't serve you, right? Especially around your body and around who you have physical as well as, you know, like physical contact with. So whether or not it's just people that you keep around you, whether or not people, you know, that you, or like I said, people that you are actually like intimate with. I see a big shift in the people that you keep around you and your companions that are around you. Yeah, because in the past you had a lot of this vampire energy here. You had a lot of this people that expected you to be a slave to them, right? They expected you to stay small and to stay little and to stay naive. A lot of them thought you were naive. But hermit energy, you've outgrown that. Definitely. Yeah. And you're getting into that priest, that channeling energy here. Wow. Okay. Some of you are wondering, because some of you are a little bit more studied on the um, starseed energy. For some of you, some of you in particular, somebody keeps asking if somebody was like a you know, was either like some kind of reptile or was some kind of, I'm hearing like draconian. They're saying yes. So if there was a particular narcissist or energy vampire that was in your life, that definitely could have been a kind of karmic energy there that you were kind of you had a little karmic spat with. I say that, but that feels a lot like spiritual warfare kind of energy. So, but like I said, don't go out and be like, oh yes, that's, you know, it was only if you kind of were already feeling that, because I was already feeling that before. So that's the only thing that really needs to come out for that person who really wanted to was asking that question or having that thought process going on in their head already. But for a lot of you, like I said, you were really getting into this really like beautiful energy. Be careful with your self-indulgence right now, okay? Especially around your diet or self-indulging in old past behaviors or past people. Just be aware of that. Yeah, celebrate the beauty in yourself, but don't get too overindulgent. Yeah, pursues pleasure to the detriment of health, indulges at the expense of others. Yeah, so just be mindful of that right now. Spirit is saying, and definitely allow yourself. There's that page energy, page of wands energy. Allow yourself to get into that seeker energy. Allow yourself to get into this, you know, to really, really go on this journey, because you are. It is part of your spiritual inheritance to come into this king, queen of wands energy, to have this very attractive, it's giving me very much so like guide, leader, teacher kind of energy. Definitely. Yeah, but first you're the student, right? You're the student first. And that's kind of what that's the energy that spirit wants you to be in right now, is to be in this seeker energy. Also be careful of gossip. Be careful, be careful with what people are telling you right now. Be careful with what you're taking on and what you're allowing other people to convince you is your reality, right? Other people can be 100% convinced that something has to be a certain way or needs to be this way or that way. But the truth is, like, that's their energy, that's their issue, that's their problem, or that's what they got going on in their life. Let them resonate with that, right? So just be aware of, of the fact that some of these past people could be calling you delusional or telling you like you don't know what you're talking about, or like that's never going to happen, or you know, whatever. If you were hearing that, or if you had a lot of people that didn't have a lot of belief in you and your, yeah, cut all that out. You don't need any of that in your life right now. Exactly. You need to go in hermit mode right now. And realize that you've outgrown your surroundings and it's time to expand. But you know, to become the butterfly, the caterpillar has to go in the cocoon first and basically has to die, right? Because the caterpillar is turning into mush, liquefying its body while also being alive. You know, it's not a great process that this caterpillar is going through, right? To transform its body into, you know, to transform into something else. Yeah. You're also very charming right now. And you have a lot of potential. Romantic charm and potential for power. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, you have a lot of that energy. You have a lot of like goddess energy around you right now. Like seriously. You have kind of like a like you have, it's like, I want to say kind of like powerful spiritual beings or entities kind of watching over you right now. Um, you're getting really heavily guided right now to go down a very particular divine path for yourself. Yeah. And so spirit is asking you to kind of step into that kind of servant energy where it's like you're being there for yourself, a delight in serving others with a free and loving and open heart. Yeah. But also be this person to yourself. I really feel like it's like this self energy. Like in the past, you were so busy taking care of other people, you know, that you weren't giving that love and that energy to yourself. And Spirit is saying we've removed a lot of the people, these are vampiric people from your life, so that all that energy you were giving to them, you can give to yourself. so that you can actually grow and change, and your life can become this divine purpose that, you know, it needs to. And like I said, you have this guide, you also have this, if you are in this feminine energy, this Empress energy, which you are in this very attractive energy right now, like super attractive. You're gonna be having a lot of people hit on you. You're gonna having a lot of people like staring at you or looking at you or feeling very attracted to you, like, yeah, which is why Spirit said you're going to have discernment right now about the people and places that you're going to allow into your life, because you're not only going to look very attractive to the good, positive, you know, positive soulmate energy that's going to want to come into your life, but karmic people that are going to want to come in, or these vampires that are going to want to come in, you know, yeah, and be this beggar energy here. So be aware of that. Yeah, you're going to be doing a lot. You could be discovering new talents and new gifts and new powers, or, you know, new spiritual abilities, or just, you know, new suddenly, right? Like I said earlier, like suddenly, like you feel like, oh, I need to do this, or I need to do that, I need to research this, I need to look into this, I need to start a business about this, right? Exactly. You're really going to be doing some kind of creative project here where you're going to be busy. And like I said, with all those eight of wands coming in there, it's going to be a lot of people wanting your energy, a lot of people being like, hey, over here, hey, I want you to do this, hey, I want you to say this, hey, I want you to you know, to participate in this, and to give this talk, or to give that, or I need this from you. You know, you're going to be doing a lot. um so be aware of that, and be aware that you're not like burning yourself out as well. And like I said, you're the teacher, or you're the student right now, but you are really going to be moving into this teacherly role here. You could definitely be having a lot of like mentor energy coming into your life as well. And like I said, for a lot of you, journaling is going to be so important to you right now. Preserving knowledge and information. You're an open channel right now, so make sure that if you're getting that prompt to like journal and to, yeah, to definitely make sure that you're doing that. Also make sure that you're working on your throat chakra, and standing in your power, and standing in your truth, and standing in your how you, and really being aware. It's not so much like this energy of announcing how you feel, but more of this energy of just like being aware of how you feel, and being aware of, you know, yeah, being aware of what you need to let go of right now. Being aware of what's purposely being torn down with this tower energy in your life right now. Okay. And for a lot of you, it's going to feel like getting back out there, and, you know, starting those new relationships and starting those new things. It's going to feel like a gamble. It's going to feel like you're kind of just walking on that tightrope, you know, blindfolded, just kind of trusting the universe to lead you to this ultimate destination, right? But I really feel like for a lot of you, you are going to kind of be relaxing more into the state of trust, into the state of stability, and the state of being like, no, I got this, and the universe has got me, and I'm gonna be okay, right? um and I actually feel like you're actually stepping out. Like, you're exercising this need to kind of martyr yourself, or to people who expect you to martyr yourself, to people who to expect you to put yourself out, and to always be there for you, no matter how little they're not there for you, or how supportive they are to you. You're kind of, you know, you're definitely unaligning with that energy, and that's that gossip. That's that gossip energy that's in your life. That right there. So the people, the places, the things that came up in your mind when I was talking about that, that's like what that gossip energy is. Those people that are like, you can't do it, or you won't do it, or you won't succeed, or whatever. Or look at them, they think they're brand new now. They, you know, or they don't want to hang out in the old place. They don't want to do the old, you know, they're too good to do this toxic thing that we used to do, and to do this toxic thing, and to participate in that, to participate in this. Like, or you're too good to hang out with us now. Like, I just want to do different things. I just want to be a different person. I want to be different. I want to change. Yeah, and I was just about saying, anybody who wants you to stay the same, it's this trickster energy here. But also, I'm also getting this kind of like Transcending convention. Yeah. Stuffiness and predictable behavior. Yeah, you're transcending that. And for some of you, they could be casting, people could, from your past, could be casting this kind of trickster, like, oh, you're just playing, you're going to go back, you're not really healed, or you're not really moving on. This could even be like your internal negative, monologue, like, oh, you aren't really changing. 4444 down on the clock, you are. Like, spirit is saying that for some of you, you're being guided and protected away from this. Yeah, you need to have this vision for yourself. You need to see beyond what's physically right there in front of you and see something deeper. See and create and manifest this, this energy, this future energy into existence for you by doing the work and, allowing and trusting this energy to come in for you. Yeah. For some of you, you need to recapture some of this virgin energy, because for some of you, you might have had people that made you shut down, that made you close off your chakra, or make you close off your heart chakra, or feel like, oh, well, you were trusting, so I took advantage of you, so I lied to you, so it's really your fault. It's really your fault I lied to you because you were so trusting, and and you just allowed me to take advantage of you, kind of energy. So for some of you, need to kind of recapture that energy of being that open, honest, person, that doesn't feel like everyone's going to take advantage of you. Yeah, you need to liberate yourself out of that energy, out of that past energy. Right? Exactly. Exercise. Exercise that energy out of your life. Freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. Exactly. Definitely. Yeah. And definitely getting much more in touch with your body as well. Because for some of you, I know, like for me, I really, because I do so much channeling and I do so much like higher chakra work, sometimes it is hard for me to ground myself. Sometimes it is hard for me to do those things to kind of keep my feet on the ground, because I am so mind in the clouds, mind in the other dimensions all the time, and I'm just kind of like, you know, so sometimes it can be kind of hard to refine that grounding energy. But spirit is saying, get back into your body, back into that grounding energy, liberate yourself from the things from the chains that bound, from the, you know, because for some of you, you're hesitating with the grounding energy, or you're hesitating with grounding new things, new relationships into being, because you're scared that they'll devolve into what you've just spent so much time, exercising, getting out of your life, right? I'm scared that this same energy is going to come waltzing back into my life, and it's going to lie, and it's going to wear a mask, and I won't be able to see it, and then I'll be right back where I was before. But spirit is saying it's not really going to be that way. You've learned so much and you've evolved so much, right? You're planting these new seeds. See how that person's like planting in there, allowing that like new tree, new plant, new growth to happen, right? You're fostering this new version of yourself. So for some of you, you are being really guided to kind of close yourself to you have been being guided to close yourself off, and that's why, because you were that seedling that still needed to be, still needed to be really watched. But now you're kind of really growing, you're growing up, and it's time to kind of, you know take the training wheels off. Spirit saying, start really thinking about taking those training wheels off and putting yourself out there. Dust yourself off and try again. Dust yourself off and try again, yeah, yeah. If at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. Oh, Leah coming in. Absolutely. Welcome. Thank you. Yeah, 100%, right? Spirit saying, hey, it's okay. You got to get back out there, right? You don't want to throw it all away. Yes, the spirit saying, don't throw away all your progress just because you have some ups, or you have some downs, or you have a karmic person come back into your life for a little bit. Like, it's okay, right? It's gonna be okay. I've lost my shoe. It's somewhere underneath the table. I keep trying to find it with my foot. I'm like, where is it? So yeah, with that kind of energy where it's kind of like, where is it? Where is it? Where is that grounded energy? Where is it? Where is it? It's coming. So trust that. Find it inside of yourself. Make it less about the people and the things around you, and more about yourself. More, bring it in, and liberate yourself from any kind of that, from that outmoded beliefs. Liberator, light attributes, freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns. Exactly. So you don't need this from the past, and it's okay. the first you don't succeed, try again. Right? You can dust it off and try again. Yeah, for a lot of you are going to, you are calling in this king, queen energy, right? You're calling that in. You're calling in this healer energy, this healing energy here for yourself. Yeah, Spirit saying it doesn't have to feel so hard. It doesn't have to feel so heavy. It doesn't have to feel, you don't have to feel so, you don't have to feel so alone, you know? Again, look at the king back there. It's got these stars all around them, right? You don't have to feel so alone. Yeah, because for a lot of you, you did have these people that you really opened yourself up to, and you feel like they kind of stole that energy. They stole that heart chakra energy. They stole that loving and light energy. They tried to douse out your flame, or however you were really feeling, about these people, whatever they did, and you kind of felt like they were kind of selling you a lie. And it can be really scary to put yourself out there afterwards, right? To be like, what if, but I was watching something the other day, and I'm so sorry. I genuinely can't remember what it is, what it was, but I remember this line really stuck to me, where this person was saying, in general, if you're asking yourself, if your internal monologue is asking yourself a what if question, usually that is fear based, right? That's usually, but what if this happens? But what if that happens? But what if this happens? This kind of like negative future mongering. Like, make sure that you're not doing that too much. Like, I used to be a big believer in being like, oh, think about the worst scenario, because then you'll be prepared. Like, I don't do that anymore. I don't think about the worst scenario, and it's taken a lot of worry out of my system, because I just needed to take, there's nothing wrong with being prepared and thinking, okay, but if this happens, I'll do this. If this happens, I'll do that, but really sitting there and allowing that kind of what if energy to get to the point where it stops you from succeeding, or it stops you from even trying in the first place, or it stops you from doing the thing you really want to do, because you're asking yourself, but what if, but what if, but what if. That's fear based. So yeah, I keep hearing Spirit saying that dust yourself off and try again, right? Like, put yourself back out there. It's gonna be okay, right? It's gonna be okay. Spirit can't take away all the bullies out there in the universe. They can't take away all of the thieves. They can't take away all the tricksters. They can't take away all the energy vampires. They're gonna be out there, and you can't not live your life, because you might run into one of them, or one of them might try to come into your life. You just have to know how to set up those boundaries, and to not be scared to let some to let somebody come in and try to test your boundaries, so you can kick them back out, right? It's just a thing that's out there. Yeah, I just keep hearing that. Dust yourself off and try again. Dust yourself off and try again. Stand back up. Yeah. Even for some of you, felt like you were this martyr energy, like you had to stand, like some of you felt like you had to stay with people from the past, or you had to stay in that situation. You feel like, oh, but it's not right for me to leave my friends or my family or these people, or maybe they're right, maybe I have changed, maybe I'm forgetting who I am or where I came from. And like, Spirit wants you to know that cutting yourself off and not chasing your dreams is not gonna make that person, like, it's not gonna make that person any better. It's not gonna help them heal. It's not gonna help. What better is not. At least one of you can be chasing down your dreams. At least some of you can be fixing your situation, could be changing, can be elevating out of that. Because a lot of people who are unwilling to put in the work will turn around and act like you're the problem for growing, for changing, for having a different opinion, for feeling differently, for not wanting to celebrate in that family thing that's actually really toxic, or that you're wanting to stand up and go, no, it's not right that we all just stay silent about this. I'm just not dealing with this. I'm not coming to family dinner if that's the way that y'all want to be. No, I'm not. Like, you'll have a lot of people that'll try to guilt you about cutting that out. And Spirit is saying, like, being this martyr for other people, sacrificing your plans and your future for other people who are not willing to take the risk, that's not on you to do. It's not on you to stay the same so that they feel better about the fact that they're not changing. It's not on you to do that. It's not on you to sacrifice yourself. It's not on you to say, oh, well, I'm not going to move away, or I'm not going to do that because I'm leaving behind my family. You know, I'm not going to chase down this dream because of this or that. It's not on you to sacrifice your future, because the future that you have here is magnificent, right? And staying in alignment with this past energy is not worth it. Because like Spirit said, not to just say, oh, your family's replaceable, your friends are replaceable. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm really trying to say is just like, you will find new friends, you will find family that you really, you don't have to be scared that you won't find new partners, that you won't find new friends, that you won't find people that feel like family. You won't be alone, you won't feel that way, right? Take off that mask, because you know and when you start taking off your mask, you'll have plenty of people around you telling you, put that mask back on. What are you doing? How could you do that? How could you take your mask off? How could you show who you truly are? How could you do that? All the rest of us, are you trying to embarrass the rest of us? All the rest of us still have our mask on. Put your mask back on. And you're like, no, I don't want to hide how I really feel. I don't want to hide who I really am. I don't want to be in this place anymore. And so just be aware of that. It's not on you to sacrifice your dreams and your wants for these other people who don't want to, who don't want to chase after their dreams. Yeah. For a lot of you, it's Spirit saying that it's time to stand up and be your own hero, that it's time to, that you are really climbing towards this peak. And also see how you have other people here, see how these two people are climbing up from each side, and they're going to kind of like meet in the middle. I'm getting that very much so energy here, where it's like, hey, when you stand up and you stand in yourself and you stand in your rights and you face those things and you go out there and you say, yeah, I'm going to go mountain climbing, and I'm going to do it in a white suit too. Like, look at these people, they don't care, and they're just climbing that mountain, and they're going to meet up there in that place. And that's what it's really giving me here. It's like you're ascending, and as you're ascending, you're going to meet more people who are trying to ascend to a higher place too. Passion for a journey of personal empowerment. Exactly. And you're going to be doing this networking and everything here. Yeah. And there's going to be lots of new friends and work colleagues and family and everything else. It's all going to be here, right? It's all going to be here. But there is this energy here of not blocking out your healing. Don't block your healing because other people want you to stay the same, or, because they feel different, or they feel weird, or they feel some type of way because you're changing. Them staying the same is on them. It's not on you. All right. Well, that's really what I have for you today. No Spirit saying that's all. Okay, thank you guys so very much for being here with me. I hope this gave you the love, light, and clarity that you were really looking for in this situation. Okay, I really appreciate you guys. I hope that you guys are having a lovely holiday season with your friends and family, and that you guys are being safe on any kind of travels or anything that you're doing, and that you're getting back, into the swing of things, getting back, readjusting after the holidays. Well, I am still doing my, depending on when you're viewing this, I am still doing my holiday special right now, all the way till the 31st. So as long as you email me and you book before the 31st, okay, get your spot before the 31st, you can get like a 30-minute reading, general reading about whatever you want it to be about. 30 minutes for $25. Okay, thank you guys so very much for being here with me today. If you want to reach out to me or get my contact information, it's listed in the description box down below. If you are listed in any of the cards that I showed, or any of the cards that I showed in any of my videos, the links and the list for those are always in the very bottom of the description box. Thank you guys so very much for being here with me today. I hope this brought the love, light, and clarity that you're looking for in your situation. Okay, and I will see you lovelies in the next ones. Okay, bye.